guys, it's me, Danibuttons, and I'm back from Disney World. Woohoo! I am still very much vacation hungover. We are struggling big time, so I'm filming this on Friday night, and I'm like ready for bed, which is crazy because besides this trip, I don't know if I've gone to bed before midnight, like in the past decade. I just am a very night owl overall. Anyway, I'm trying to zoom out real far, so as you can see, I'm like far past my mat. But it is time for that haul. I said I was going to do a haul. A bunch of people seem to want it. I'm very excited. It is very random. I'm going to do my best. But let's just get into it. And I very much recommend you stay all the way to the end. Also, I was going to try to do this face-to-face, but I just didn't have a space to do this, so I'm so sorry. Hopefully one day we'll be set up for that. Today wasn't that day, and I wanted to get this out to you. All right, all the rambling to the side. I have a bunch of very oddball stuff, and I don't have the best plan to show you, but I'm going to start with something that will help me with the rest. So hold on. I bought this tote bag. Ooh, I love this tote bag. They actually had like a whole series of tie-dye things, and I'm a big tie-dye fan. Obviously, as a colorist, I love coloring and color, so I loved this tote bag. It just says Walt Disney World. It's got my boy Mickey on it. You're going to see a lot of this pose of Mickey, and it's actually a really nice tote bag. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you. It has two slip pockets and a zip pocket on this side, and it also has a magnetic closure, which is awesome. And I'm showing you this first because I'm going to put everything in it as I go. So there we go. I'm trying to show everything. I have a few gifts that are for a variety of people that I will not be showing, but of course, to contradict that, the first thing, I ended up buying my dad coffee. He used to, growing up, he hated coffee, and then he only drank Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and then he, like, now drinks 3 or 4 cups a day, and he mostly drinks Keurig K-Cups, but for Christmas, he got a, like, press, so now he can have loose coffee. So I got him some Mickey's Morning Roast, and what's funny about this is apparently you can't really put this in your carry-on. So I had this in my carry-on because I've never bought coffee for anybody, and they had to like take it out and like feel it down and rub it down. And apparently we got lucky because they could have like cut it open and dumped it out, but he did not. I don't know why. Maybe because it's Disney brand, but he definitely squeezed this all up. So good to know about carry-ons. And I actually had 2 carry-ons, and something I'm going to show you later set off the other bag. So that was fun. That was that. Okay. I really have no plan. Let's show you more food, I guess. So I will start with Universal. We went to Universal, and I got 2 candies from Harry Potter from, I don't even remember. What's the name of the sweet shop now? My memory has left me. But I got 2 candies to try. I got peppermint toads. I really love peppermint candies. These are, as they say, they're shaped like toads. It's hard to see, but they're just chocolate. And I got the Queen Bee Fizzing Whiz-Bees. I just tried these today. Also, I apologize for my nails. This is my pre-trip manicure, and I very much need to fix them, but I'm going to do that. After this, I really needed to film this for you. But anyway, Fizzing Whiz-Bees. These have Pop Rocks in them, and they're a very interesting experience. So they're chocolate, but they have like fruity Pop Rocks, and they pop. So that is those candies. Then I'll show you, I've made a mess already. The rest of the food. We also went to the Epcot, obviously, and the Japan Pavilion had some snacks. So I got these Kit Kats. Usually I always get the green tea Kit Kats. I love them. They're delicious, but unfortunately they didn't have them. So I ended up getting these. I don't know what they are. There's like cookies on there. It does not say what they are. They have to have the nutritional facts, but they don't have to have like the name. It says white mini biscuit. So, and Lydia ended up getting the strawberry one, so we traded, so that's why this one's open. But I love Kit Kats in general, and I love trying funky flavors. I think this bag was kind of expensive, if I'm remembering. It was like $12 or something ridiculous. So I didn't try any more than that. Just the one. And again, we traded. So, but that was fun. And another thing I'm excited to try from Japan that I got, and this is crazy, maybe, I got fried crab flavored potato chips. This might be from China, not Japan. Now I'm not sure, and I feel terrible. So, I don't know, but fried crab flavored. I love crab, so I'm excited to give these a shot, but I'm a little nervous. I've tried other fish flavored stuff. I've gotten like Japan snack boxes before, but I figured, oh, why not? We'll see how this goes. So, for the rest of Asia, Sam found this in Japan Pavilion. I don't know this guy's name. It's a Shiba Inu dog. But he's like a character, and they have him on a whole bunch of merchandise, a bunch of tote bags, a bunch of stuff like that. And we have seen him in Mitsuwa, which is a Japanese marketplace nearby where I live. And Sam wanted to buy this tote bag with him on it, and it was like $40. And Sam was like, no. This guy, same exact tote bag, was only $17, which surprised us a lot because we were in Disney, so we were expecting high prices. But they had about 5 or 6 different tote bags with him on it, and Sam picked this one. So that's his little purchase from Epcot. And the final 2 things, I guess, from my Asian countries in Epcot were our turtles. So, China had a bunch of turtles, tons and tons of turtles. If you don't know this about me, I collect turtle trinkets. I have definitely over 100 different turtle trinkets that I've been collecting. I think I got my first one when I was 7, but I didn't start officially collecting until I was probably 12 or 13. But I now have hundreds, and I found 2 really cool ones. I found this one, and I have many in this style. So like this stone. I hope it's easy. Like, I feel like my lighting is not being cooperative. I have many in this stone style, but this is my first painted shell, so I thought that was really pretty. I almost got a purple one, but his little leg fell off. And these were not too bad. This was $6. The sticker's still on. But then I found an incredibly exciting one. If you're a turtle collector, you'll know. I found this guy. Oh my goodness, he's huge. So I have many in this style, and his little feet move, and his head and his tail. So they all move. It's very hard to show you, but they all move. And he has 5 little babies. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I have many of these before, and the most I've ever had was 3 little babies on top, and they're much smaller. And again, I was like, oh my god, I want this so bad, but it's gonna be so expensive. This was only $10. So that blew my mind, because like this guy was 6 and this guy was 10. So I had to buy it. So that was a very special purchase for me. And yeah, there was that. What else did we get in Epcot specifically? All right, so also in Epcot, we went for Festival of the Arts. Epcot basically at this point is always having some sort of festival or another, which is pretty awesome. It's fun to try a whole bunch of different things. So currently is Festival of the Arts, and that means there is a bunch of emphasis on visual arts, cooking, culinary arts. There was a bunch of like Broadway performances, a bunch of stuff like that. And I ended up doing the scavenger hunt. So technically this is like considered for children. So it's Figment's brush with the masters. And you had to purchase these, and each country had a hidden picture, and Figment, which is like the mascot of Disney, or Epcot specifically, was in the picture somewhere. So we went around to each country and found him. So then you like matched up which picture was in which country. So I bought 2 because you just like, you could buy this and hand it back and get the prize, which is why I ended up keeping one blank, because I just love this kind of stuff. I'm gonna like scrapbook it, and then I have an extra set of stickers. But we went around and found them all. So that was really fun. And the prizes were tiny paint-your-own figurines. So that was super cool. I ended up getting 2 daisies, which might be silly, but one, I'm in a super duck kick, and I'm just loving the ducks. But these were the 4 choices, so it was Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, and Figment. Figment apparently was sold out and has been for forever. So we ended up going with 2 daisies because I figured Sam and I would both paint them. and see the differences and things like that, and it would be fun. But otherwise, I just, again, really love Daisy right now. So I thought this was a lot of fun, and I'm excited to do this soon. And originally, I didn't look hard at the paint, and I was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna have to mix our own paint. I assumed they were just gonna give us like the primary colors, but they actually give us the colors that they intend Daisy to be, so that should help. But obviously now that I'm home, I have a bunch of other paints, so that will also help. So I have 2 paint your own Daisy figurines. I'm very excited about these. And now where do I put them? Sorry for the reach. Oof. So yes, that was Epcot. And this was a lot of fun. We basically did like snack around the world, or I guess drink around the world, but none of us are huge into alcohol. So maybe had like 1 alcoholic beverage and mostly had snacks. And we did a lot of sharing because it's a lot of countries, but it was a lot of fun. And we had a whole long day in Epcot specifically to do this. And by the end of the day, whew, it was very tiring. I ended up walking 67.7 miles on this trip. And that was including, we had like 2 or 3 days that were very rest heavy, but we had multiple days of 8+ miles. So that was something. Again, I'm still recovering a little bit. I'm mostly better, so that's good. But it was a lot. It was intense, especially compared to our normal daily steps. So, but this was a fun day. So I'm gonna put that to the side too and move on to some more stuff. I actually have I don't know how I organized this. I tried to organize it in a way that just could stack nicely. So I actually have a random thing from Disney Springs. Disney Springs, since I last went, got the M&M store. And I love the M&M store. I've gone to the one in New York City a few times. And I just think it's so colorful and fun and kind of overwhelming, but in a good way. So I ended up getting some things from there. I got a little jar of M&Ms. I can't go to the M&M store without getting a jar of M&Ms. And this says Disney Springs on it. And obviously yellow is my favorite color of M&M. And it has the little hat. And I figured after the M&Ms were gone, this is just a cute little box that I can use it for something. I'm sure I will have something to put in this box. So I got that. And also in the M&M store, this was made for me. There was only one. And it wasn't in the right spot. And I just randomly found it. And I had to have it. It is washi tape. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but it's all those characters all together on a little roll of washi tape, and I just think that's perfect. So, perfect. $4, not too bad. Basically the price of washi tape. So I really love that. So I got that. All right. What next? I wonder if I can sit down and still show you things. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm a little nervous, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, 2 other random things, because that's what's on my desk. 3 other random things. Here's a random fact about Disney. If you have never been, you can purchase magic bands, and this is like one of my favorite things, the magic band, and it's so awesome, the system, and I love it. Basically, this connects to everything. So this could be your money for all your purchases. You just scan, and it's connected to your credit card. This opens your door to your hotel room. There's a bunch of fun stuff for PhotoPass. So like anytime we took a picture, I would just scan my magic band and that's how I would get the pictures. There's some stuff like on It's a Small World. If you have a magic band on, at the very end, it'll say goodbye to everybody and it knows magic bands, like it scans you. So it'll say like, goodbye, Sam. And I just think that's the coolest thing. So I picked this one that had a bunch of signatures all over it. And I thought that was fun. So it's got Olaf, Beast, Baymax, Baloo, Rapunzel, and what in general a cool tidbit about these is if you see the pattern doesn't go all the way. If you were a either small-wristed adult or a child, you could just pop this gray part off and then it's a smaller band. And I just like, it's so innovative. And I don't know, I just love these. And apparently they're like coming out with a newer version that's even more interactive. But I was just happy to get to use this one. And obviously I didn't buy that there, but I bought that for there. So that's a little something. Next up, I bought 2 notebooks. This one was super cute. I don't know. All right, so this, I think these are called the Kingdom of Cute. And it's like a series they have. And there's pins, and there's obviously other merch. So this is just a tiny little notebook. This was stupid expensive. This was $23. But I used a gift card, so it justified it in my head, but anyway. So it just has a bunch of little icons from the parks. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I know this is silly, but it has stuff from Land and World. And I say unfortunately because it's not all at both parks, but there's like sections. So this is the little orange bird section, and then it has little icons. So the popcorn and the Mickey ice cream, and then we got Figment and Scuttle and Goofy in Jungle Cruise. And then we got, who do we got next? The little boy from Small World, and Snow White and her wishing well, and Mr. Toad. He's only at Land, as far as I know. And then we got the Hat Box Ghost, which this ghost is specifically only at Land, but obviously Haunted Mansion is at both. And then we have Space Mountain, and I think this is from Everest because of the Yeti, but I don't know if there's a Disneyland version. But anyway, thought that was super cute. I'm hoping to one day actually use this, but we'll see, because I tend to collect Disney notebooks and never use them. But my intention was to use it, so again, keep our fingers crossed that we use this one. My other notebook, this was a very last minute purchase. Basically, we were waiting for our Uber to get there, and I had $20 left on the gift card, and I was like, I'm gonna use it. I'm not saving this. I bought it for here, I'm gonna use it. So I ended up buying the Toy Story VHS notebook. I actually have 4 of these, and they're so cool. So obviously the outside looks exactly like the old VHSs. It says the running time, color, all the information exactly from the VHS. And when you open it, it looks like the inside of the VHS, and it has the tape itself. And then it's just a regular old notebook. So Toy Story is not my absolute favorite of all of the movies, but they had Toy Story and Lilo and Stitch. But when I bought this at the hotel, they only had Toy Story. So I picked this up. I also have Hercules, Little Mermaid, Goofy Movie, and Emperor's New Groove. So apparently I'm just collecting these. I just think they're so fun. And again, these will likely never be colored in, or drawn in at all. We'll see. It also is like Walt Disney Home Video on the side. Like the details are immaculate. And this one was only $20 compared to the $23 that this one was. So that's mind-blowing, but sure. All right, next up, 2 other random things. This one I knew about and I sought this out. I had to have it. It's very silly, but I needed it. And it is a soap dispenser. It's a Mickey hand soap dispenser. Obviously, or not obvious, I don't know if you keep up with Disney, but it is their 50th anniversary of Disney World. October 1st was officially the start of it, and they're celebrating for 18 months because Disney goes big with everything they do. So much stuff was branded for the 50th, including this soap. This has been around in like the Japanese, like Tokyo Disney forever, and it's so cool, but they just brought it here, and basically, I don't know if there's a picture. Let me stand up again. When you pump it, it makes a tiny Mickey head in your hand. I think that is the most precious thing, and I cannot wait, but I waited to show you before I opened it, and I'm so excited. So you just pump it, and you get a little Mickey, and it's going to make hand washing fun, and then I'm assuming you can refill this. So I'm excited for all of that, and it's so cute. I love it. The only thing I don't like about the 50th branding, because they're all in what they're calling their iridescent outfits, and it's like all shiny and super cool, but Goofy doesn't have a hat, and that throws me off, because I feel like he frequently has a hat. But that is that item. And then the other very random thing that I got is this. Okay, I opened this already and built it. This is a little Skyliner. I think that's how you hang it. Yeah. So it is just this tiny, it's like plastic. Originally I thought it was an ornament, but it is actually just like a little toy, I guess. And we stayed at a hotel that had access to the Skyliner, and it was the best thing to ever happen to us. I'm obsessed with the Skyliner. I do not want to stay at a hotel that does not have access to the Skyliner. Basically, if you stay on Disney property, you can take buses for free to get to all the parks. It is very nice that they're free, but it gets crazy. Especially like if you're coming back at night, you might have to wait 4 buses until you can get on one, and that just adds a lot of time. The 2 times we had to come back from Magic Kingdom, we had to stand, and obviously at the end of a 25,000 step day, standing for 20 minutes on the bus is not ideal. The Skyliner, I think only 4 hotels have access to it, and it was magical, and it went from the hotels to Hollywood Studios and to Epcot, and you literally like just got in line. I think our longest line was like 15-20 minutes, and we each, when it was the 5 of us, we got our own little Skyliner, and we just we went on over, and it was great. It was fabulous. I was worried I was going to be really afraid, and I was not. It was a little weird at night because it was so dark you couldn't tell what was going on, but I loved it so much. So almost every little Skyliner car, I guess, had characters on it, at least half of them, and this was obviously one of the designs because this was the 50th, so I thought this was a lot of fun. And we would always like watch who was going by and like guess who we wanted to get on. Like there was Star Wars, there was Pirates of the Caribbean, there was Winnie the Pooh, there was anything you could think of, Wreck-It Ralph. There's a bunch of them, and obviously the 50th, and it was just so fun. So I bought this. Basically, I wanted an ornament, and I got this instead. So we'll see what I do with it. But I just think, like, the Skyliner was potentially one of the best parts of the trip for me, which is crazy. But just the amount of time it saved, and the convenience, and, like, it was great. It was great, and I never want to stay in a hotel that doesn't have it. So, there's that. There's this little random ornament-y thing. Okay. Last ornament thing, I did buy an actual ornament. Basically, Sam and I, for the past, like, decade, have exchanged Christmas ornaments every year, and we're kind of running out of things to exchange, and just at this point, adding 2 ornaments for a decade, we already have very many ornaments. So now we've decided that if we ever go on trips, we will purchase an ornament on those trips to commemorate that. Makes sense. So we bought this one. This is the Small World ornament, and they have a ton in this style, so it's like their ear hats, and I thought this was the cutest that was there, and these things actually spin like the real ride bits, and it just has all the little characters all around. The cowboy made me laugh both times we went on the ride, and then yeah, all the little girls and boys from the whole world. The back says it's a small world on it. And I just think this is such a classic Disney ride that it made sense for this to be our ornament. I also have the Pluto version from last time, and they had a ton of ornaments. They actually have 2 Christmas stores, one in Magic Kingdom and one in Disney Springs. But I wanted to buy ones that you could only buy in park instead of ones you could buy online. So that's why I went with this one. So, sorry, all my explanations are long. All right. Next up, we're getting close, I think. We're like halfway. Next up, I got a plushie. Basically, the last 2 times I got one plushie. So I got one this time, and I told Sam this could kind of count as my Valentine's gift since we're so close to Valentine's Day. And it was between this version and Minnie Mouse, and he picked this one. And who is it? It's Ploots. So he's a big boy. And this was actually what set off the bag, because this is a weighted plush. So he actually has a 2.5-pound bag of beans in his back, which it's removable. So this is a whole bag of like beans. That's 2.5 pounds, and he's weighted. And obviously I put him in my carry-on because I didn't have 2.5 pounds worth of space in my regular luggage, but they just saw a bag of beans and they had to take him out and squeeze him down. So this is Pluto. I love Pluto. Who doesn't love Pluto? I loved calling him Ploots. And he's super soft and super cute. And he's kind of big. And he's very heavy. But I've been having fun randomly throwing him at Sam and going, catch. And then Sam's always like, ugh. So, love that. I really liked Minnie because she was purple instead of like black like usual. So that was unique. I've heard rumors that they're selling them at Target. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm very happy with Ploots. So there he is. And that was my plushie for the trip. I don't know where to put him. Okay. Now we are on to clothing and clothing adjacent. So I originally intended to buy a pair of ears. I love my mini ears. I wear them around my house frequently. It's crazy, I know. I don't wear them out, not in Disney, really. So at least I don't cross that line. So before we went, I bought 2 pairs and I was intending to buy one while we were there. And then I ended up loving the pair that I bought so much that I didn't need anymore, which is crazy. But again, I know I won't wear them very often, not in Disney. So Sam has left the room to take care of the dog, and he is not. Let's see. I bet he fell asleep. But anyway, so instead of buying ears, I had like a hat budget left. So I bought this bucket hat. So this is tie-dye again. And on one side it has Mickey. And the other side, it says Disney Parks. And Sam has been really into bucket hats. And he actually bought a bucket hat from Universal, which I was going to bring in, but I did not. There's a pin. But he had brought a bucket hat with us. And then he brought a bucket hat while we were in Universal. And the day I wore my regular ears, it was just so sunny and it was like miserable. So I ended up borrowing one of his bucket hats to like keep the sun out of my eyes. And then I was like, wow, bucket hats are useful. So I bought this one. So that is a long story, but, and then this pin I put on here because the 5 of us all ended up getting this style pin in different colors. So we wore that every day. So I had the yellow one. So I just put it on here because I had been putting it on my shirt for the few days, but I would forget to change it from shirt to shirt. But there's my bucket hat. I'm excited. And I will wear this. Honestly, I don't know where. Definitely on like dog walks. So that's cool. But this is my first bucket hat. So there's that. I'm going to put it on Pluto while we finish talking. All right. Next, Noodles present. So I bought Noodles a Spirit jersey. This is a dog Spirit jersey. I actually have the same one. I got this for my birthday for my dad, and it has like the same font. And so I bought her one so we can match. It's a little bit tight on her, which I'm very surprised by. I got a large. Usually she could fit, like her body would fit in medium, but she has like a really big barrel chest. So she usually needs a large. And so I got this in large, and I think it's a little bit tight, but I think that it's just winter hair, and when she's back to like her summer hair, it'll be fine. And it wasn't like constricting, it just like looked a little tight. So we'll see, but I'm so excited to put these on her tomorrow and me tomorrow and take a picture in our matching Spirit jerseys. So also, compared to years past, they didn't really have much dog stuff, so I was a little bit sad, because I love Noodles and I would have bought her more things. But I found the Spirit jersey, so at least there was that. But all right, I ended up buying a lot of clothes, which surprised me. And I'm going to show you, I wore most of these things, so I just kind of tried to fold them so that you could see what they are. But we'll see how this goes. But anyway, okay, so we knew we were going to match one day, and this ended up being the shirt that won. Wouldn't have been my first choice, but this is what everyone wanted, so I was like, okie dokie. So all 5 of us bought this same shirt, and it was really fun to be in bright yellow and take pictures in the park with our bright yellow shirt, so I did appreciate that. But there it is. I don't know what else to say. So this one was worn and needs to be washed, but it's okay to show off a little bit. I love the purple, and I don't know. Cute. It was a lot of fun too, because this day, like whenever you're getting on rides and things, they're always like, oh, how many? So they keep your whole party together, and we'd be like 5, but then it was really easy to tell who was together when we were wearing matching shirts. So I would love to match every day. So that's that. And then this shirt is the one I wanted to match, but it didn't win. So I was like, I'm just buying it myself. So again, I ended up wearing it one day. I don't love that it's a little bit pre-distressed. I just find that once it's pre-distressed, it's just easier to distress. And that's not ideal, but I thought this was so cute. I love the colors. I'm really into yellow, so made sense. And I love Daisy. She's not on a lot of stuff, so I appreciated that. I love that this is the older style of the crew, so all that. I almost matched with this one, like I said, and they ended up having like a dark green, but meh, we didn't do it. And so I just bought this for myself, but that was fine. Then we also planned for Sam and I to match on our last day because again, we stayed extra, so it was just the two of us on our last day. But I was like frustrated because I was hoping to find more shirts that were almost the same, but not exactly the same. Like I was hoping to find like Mickey's face and then Minnie's face, or like the same shirt in different colors. And there wasn't too many options, which surprised me. I feel like in the past there has been more group options. So we ended up getting this one, and we did find it in 2 colors. So I got the blue. I didn't bring his in, but he got the same shirt except it was cream on the background and red for the accents. So who doesn't love Mickey Mouse? And honestly, I like both of them, so I might just steal his version too at different times. We'll see. But this was nice and comfortable. Original Mickey. Again, why not? Why not? Love him. So there is that one. Then I ended up buying a festival shirt because, again, I was there for Festival of the Arts and I just wanted to commemorate that in as many ways as possible. So I got this shirt. And this was kind of like a last day decision. Again, Daisy was on there, and that was a big selling point to me. So I'm not huge into getting things with the year on it, but obviously like the 50th is such a huge deal. And since I was actually here for the festival, it made sense to me. So I didn't think this was too overwhelming. And there's Figment again, and I just thought this was cute. There's some of the icons around Epcot. Again, I was happy to have Daisy on there. So this is like an ombre into blue. I got this kind of big, so this might end up being a pajamas. And also, I don't know if I love the buttons, but again, for pajamas, it'll be fine. The buttons do open, so. All right, then I ended up getting 2 like sweatshirts, like crew neck sweatshirts, and it was an accident. Basically, I saw one that I loved, and everywhere we looked, they only had extra small. And it was so frustrating. And I was like, oh, I want this sweatshirt so bad. So we looked for like 4 or 5 days. Extra small, extra small, extra small. Couldn't find it. It was so sad. Finally, like 2 days before we left, I was like, I guess I'll just get a different one. Like, they are obviously not going to have this one. So I bought this one, which was another like ombre. So it goes from like a green blue all the way down to a darker blue. I love the silver and I love the font. And again, I'm a Mickey Mouse fan, so like that's all right. But this was not my first choice. This was my second choice. So I finally got it. I was like, all right. And then obviously the day after I bought this, we found the original one. So I bought the original one and we were gonna return this one, but we decided like we had been pretty good. Obviously you're like, how have you been good? Look at all you've bought. But I actually was way under budget from what we expected. So pretty proud of that. And decided I could keep both of them. Plus we had been keeping all of our receipts in a like drawer in the hotel. And we had so many receipts because when we had done the drinking around the world, we essentially got a receipt from each different country. And all of these purchases were like one-off things. So we had a whole bunch of receipts and we were like, it's not worth it to find that. So this is the one I had wanted. And again, you're like, I've seen this pattern a bunch before. And you're right. But I had bought, like I wanted this before I bought all of that. And then I bought all of that to make up for not getting this. And then I found this. So it is a cream colored hoodie, crew neck, with my boy Mickey Mouse on it. And I love this. And everyone in the parks was wearing this. I don't understand, but that's why it was so hard to find. And that's what made it so exciting. So I really love sweatshirts without the hoods. Like I'm really into long sleeves right now. And in my mind, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so warm. When am I going to get to use this? But no, it is very much still winter. Even if it's in the 50s and 60s, I can definitely still wear this for months. And of course, for years to come. So yay for that. Whew. We've done it. We've gotten through the clothing. So now we have some random stuff and we're getting to the exciting finale. So I hope you have stuck around we are at 35 minutes. So, all right. Again, we went for Festival of the Arts. And what did that mean? I really wanted to buy some art. Problem was, every art piece that I liked was not in the way I wanted. They sold prints of a bunch of stuff. Most of the prints were about $40, which isn't horrific, but I just could never find the right size for the pieces I want. I did end up buying 3 postcards, they're postcards, but I'm going to frame them. So I bought one last time I was there in 2018, and I framed that, and I bought 3. 2 are by the same artist, and I bought this one first. This is by Chris Uminga. It's called Mickey Through the Years, and I just think it's so cute. I love this style a lot. I hope the glare isn't bad, but it's just Mickey. Again, you can see a theme. I'm a Mickey fan. So I bought that one. And then I later found by Chris, Silly Old Bear, and it's Pooh Bear. So I had to buy this one too. They actually had a Robin Hood one that was really cute. And I really loved so much of the artwork. I just knew that feasibly I could not display all of it. So I just bought that one. And I also bought one more. This is by Joey Chow. It's called Fantasia Pegasus. It's just the scene from Fantasia. I love this movie. I actually watched this on the plane ride to Disney. This helped me go to sleep for years. If I make it to the Chernobog scene, something has gone wrong because it's just so calming. So I was very happy to find that one. So those are my 3 postcards. It's not much artwork, but I wanted something, so I was happy to have these as my something. And then I also bought a postcard from the M&M store. I don't remember, it was like $1. But this is just the M&Ms. This is Florida. I don't think I will be displaying that. I'll probably be scrapbooking it, but I just thought that was funny. And it was with the other postcards. So, because I always travel with a, what's it called? A folder. I always bring a folder with me so I can put all this kind of stuff in the folder and keep it as protected as possible. All right. Next up, another cool thing about the festival is they had animation classes. We have done these in the past. They keep like changing where they are. We got to do 2 this time. One we did in Animal Kingdom. I guess I'll show you that first. And it was Pumbaa. So let's see. Can you tell? Can you see? Yeah. So it got a little bent up. This one is mine and that one is Sam's. And basically a actual illustrator for Disney teaches you about a 20-minute class. And they do step by step and you go through, and I love both of them. Sam doesn't love his, but I think they're both pretty good, especially for just like doing a live 20-minute class. I think both of our warts came out weird, and I never noticed them on Pumbaa himself. So that was fun. And then with a different artist, we ended up doing Judy from Zootopia. So that one's mine, and this one is Sam's. I don't know how to feel. I think mine came out really good. I think his came out really good. I don't think it looks like Judy, but I think it looks like a really good animated rabbit. But this artist took a traditional Judy pose and then like added the teeth in, and I think that like hurts it for looking like Judy in my mind. So it looks cool, but it's very different. And these were actually at the festival, and apparently they were going to do Nick from Zootopia later that day, but we did not stay for that. All right, next up, we did this last time too, and got another one. We got a caricature. This makes me laugh so much. So last time we got a wedding caricature, and it was actually Sam's first caricature, so it was really funny because like I had a super huge smile and Sam had a very like tight-lipped smile, which is, if you know Sam and have seen any picture of him, is not the truth at all. But he was just nervous sitting in front of someone getting drawn. But because of COVID, the artist had us send her a picture. So like we took a selfie in our hotel room and sent it to her. And so she did this based on the selfie. I don't love the lips because to me, these just look like lips and not teeth. But I just think it's really cool. And again, I'm C-3PO and Sam is Luke. And I thought that was so funny. And my cousin and her girlfriend did one, and they were Ursula and Flounder, which was also really cool. So I love this, and I'm gonna hang it, and now every time we go, I'm gonna get a new one. Also, I realized after I got this that we totally should have been Donald and Daisy, because again, I've been on a real big duck kick, and we've been doing lots of duck related things, but I love this, and I think it's so funny. So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna get a second frame and keep the wedding one up too, or if I'm gonna kind of like replace the wedding one and just like stack them. So we will see, because I think that like once I have 3, it'll be fun to display, but I don't know about 2. So we'll see. But love that. Hopefully you can see that in the glare. Okay, almost done. So another thing that's super popular in Disney that you might not know about, I don't know, is pin trading. So I ended up buying a lot of pins from eBay to trade with in the parks, and it was so much fun. And I've already started organizing them, so I don't have them all with me. But basically, there'll be boards, and you bring your pins, and you can pick up to 2. And let's see, I got Cheese Mickey. I got Patch from 101 Dalmatians. I got this Daisy sign. We got a whole bunch of fun ones. It was so much fun because I bought a huge lot of like 150, and I ended up sharing with Lydia and Erin and Ashley, and they got to trade 2, and it was just a fun little bonus thing to do while we were there, and I absolutely love it. And then of course I also purchased a bunch of pins. So the 2 mystery packs I ended up purchasing, this magical mystery pack, these were balloons. I am obsessed with balloons. So these are balloons shaped like a bunch of characters, and I love 5 of the 6 of the characters, like love, top characters. And let's see if I can find it easily in my bag of pins. Hold on. I ended up getting a double. I purchased 2, and I got 2 Dalmatians. So I was like, oh man. But then I ended up trading and got Tigger also. So I just think these are so fun. Hopefully you can see them, but so cute, so fun. So I got that. And then I also ended up getting 2 packs of these. They're called the Fantasy Packs, and there's 2 ends because these are actually fanny packs. So I got 2 packs of these, and you get 5 in each pack. Again, I hope the glare isn't terrible, but let's get some examples out of what these look like. Are you in here? There's the White Rabbit, and I got Pua and Judy Hopps. I got a bunch of these. I ended up getting 2 packs, and I got 10 different ones, and then I also traded for 3 more, but I traded for, like, I got 1 pack, traded for Pua and White Rabbit, and then in the second pack, I got Pua and White Rabbit, so I ended up getting doubles of those 2, and then I found Judy. So that's funny that those are the 3 I found for examples. I wonder if that's because they were the traded ones. I don't know, but as you can see, I have a whole bag of these, and I had been collecting them on previous trips too. So I am now on a mission to figure out how to display these and yeah, what to do about that. I have some ideas, so you might see that in upcoming weeks. So I got those. Oh, let me also show you the individual pins that we specifically purchased. So yes, I'm gonna stand again for this, so hopefully you can see better. This is the first one I bought, and I'm obsessed with it. I love this style. There's actually a whole series of these for different movies, but I just got this one. This is obviously Little Mermaid, so it's King Triton, Max Scuttle, and a bunch of the fish. I just think this is beautiful, and I think this was, I forget the name of the series, but it was basically about all the supporting characters in the movie. So love that. And yes, if there was a Tangle one, I probably would have gotten that too. But there's that one. I got the Festival of the Arts pin for the year. It has a moving figment, and it says Festival of the Arts and the year. I don't know if this is my favorite. I basically got it because I asked a lady at the counter if she had one, and she brought it out for me, so I kind of felt obligated. But I'm happy to have it because of the year. But I'm going to display it so that it stays hanging open, because I don't really get why it covers it. I don't know why it moves. But I got that one. Sam got 2. Oh, that one's a gift. Hold on. Oh, I think Sam took his. Oh, no, here's one of them. From Universal, he got this in Simpsons. So Quickie Mart says Sam on there. And the Quickie Mart is like where Abu works on The Simpsons. So that was fun. And he also got a Star Wars one that he took, so it's not here. From Universal, I also got this Universal Studios one. It is very sparkly. I just wanted one from Universal since I have so many from Disney. I also got this one, the 50th. There were like 6 different designs of the 50th. I, again, almost bought Donald and Daisy, but I wanted the one with the castle. So I bought that one. And finally, this is a limited edition one, and it's huge. It's got like 3+ layers in there, and it is DuckTales. I love DuckTales. So apparently this is the Heroes vs. Villains collection. I didn't see how limited the edition was. I don't think. I might have, but it says it on the back. But I just love this, and I love DuckTales, and I can't believe it's over. But that's besides the point. And then also for free, you can get these pins. So this is I'm Celebrating. Usually they'll like write it in, and I would have written Friendcation, but I'm kind of happy that he didn't write it in because I just think it's cute on its own. And I'm happy that it's my boy Goofy/Dingo. And I got these. My cousin got a first time pin. They also have birthday and happily ever after. So I have first time and happily ever after. So I just have to go back for my birthday. That's what that says to me. So those are a bunch of my pins. All right, finally, we've made it. Ooh, let's push all this to the side. To the final things. So, obviously, I found the coloring book. This is The Art of Coloring Walt Disney World. It's the same font as Noodle in my Spirit jersey. 100 images. This came out with the 50th stuff. I don't love this coloring book. Of course, I bought it for myself because I was there and I feel like I had to. It is double-sided. The pages are cool. There's tons of wallpaper. I don't know if I will ever color in this. We'll see. So much wallpaper. Mostly wallpaper. So, yes. There that is. It is fun, though. And cute. But it's a lot of wallpaper. Color 1's one color and 2's another. I don't know. But there's that. And I think that one was $16. So that, yeah. But what I did end up getting, and I got as a giveaway, was the other coloring book. So if you have seen in the past, Shaina actually got me this for my birthday last year, and they still had it. Unfortunately, Shaina had gotten me 2, and they only had this one. This is the Mickey and Friends coloring book from Walt Disney World, and it is essentially a kid's coloring book, but it is very official from the parks. Super cute. There's Figment. And I bought one for one of you guys. Woohoo! Yeah, so I want to do a giveaway. So if you made it all the way to the end, we're going to do a giveaway. Unfortunately, it's going to be US only because I just spent all my money on vacation. So I don't know if I can ship it worldwide. So I very much apologize for that. But I got that. I legitimately was hoping to like make a whole little goodie bag, but their stationery section was very much lacking. Like last time I went, I got page flags, I got twistable crayons, I got all this other stuff. They didn't have any of that. So I have this. I have maps. I got some extra maps. I just thought this would be fun as a little memento. You can check out the map. So I'm going to have a map in there. And I'm probably going to throw in a pin or 2 just as a fun little bonus of what I've traded. So that is the tiny little giveaway. I'm sorry that it is not very much, but hopefully as colorists you'll appreciate it anyway. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway, remember, US only. I'm so sorry. Hopefully in the future we can do more international giveaways, but US only. What should we say? If you want to be entered in the giveaway, I guess say that you love Goofy. So have Goofy, the word Goofy, in your comment somewhere if you want to be entered in the giveaway. Of course, be a subscriber, all that good stuff. I will have the giveaway open. I'm going to announce it in my finishes, which is when. Hold on. Oh, I'm filming, so, sorry. Okay, so this video is going up on the 12th of February. My finishes will go up on the 26th, so I will probably film that the 25th. So I'm going to say this is open until the 24th just to be certain. So February 24th, the giveaway will close. Have Goofy somewhere in your word if you want to win the coloring book and the map and a few pins. And yes, that's all that. And that's really it for the video. It was a long one. I very much apologize that it was so long. I'm a rambler, so you will probably be hearing more about my trip in upcoming videos because it was a lot of fun. I've been planning for years, and I'm so happy that it happened. And there are many more stories. So if you made it to the end of the video and can't enter the giveaway or do not want to enter the giveaway, which you don't need to want this. I will not feel bad if you do not want this as a prize. That's totally okay. I want whoever wins to be excited. So if you made it to the end and you don't, and you just want to like put a word in, let's put in King Triton. But Daddy, I love him. King Triton from Little Mermaid. That is your bonus word. And again, Goofy for the giveaway. Hopefully this all makes sense. Thank you so much for watching. And what is my spiel to leave? All right, if you like this video, thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment, including our mystery word, King Triton. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time. I'll be back next week with a new video, probably our group buddy color for the month. And then starting in March, we will be back to a more intense schedule, more regular videos coming from me. And I hope you stick around for that. If you want to enter the giveaway, have Goofy in your comment somewhere. Obviously, you can have Goofy and King Triton. I don't think that'll do anything. I'll just be putting it in a generator. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. And that is all from me. So goodbye, friends.